Alright, so today I'm talking about the topic what men think girls want. So when a guy is thinking about a relationship, what does he expect that probably this is what the lady wants, this is what the girl wants when they go into a relationship, what is she expecting? So these are some of the things that men think, alright? Men think ama wanaume wanaonanga sometimes ladies the only reason they want a relationship is because they want money all the time. So wao wanataka tu mtu mwenye atakuwa anapigia anamwambia we mimi nataka do, anatumiwa, nataka do ya nini, anatumiwa, anataka pesa ya nini, anatumiwa. So that's the ni reason moja, and the one thing that inaweza influence kitu kama hiyo ama that thinking is because even when you are not in a relationship as a guy unaitishangwa pesa na wasichana wengi sana. Every lady you try to talk to, si wote, but every lady, kind of like some of the ladies you try to talk to, unapata tu it's like they are trying to get money out of you. It's like they are trying to get you to send them money. Sometimes hata naingianga live show on TikTok and you find to a lady to yani audacity tu unapata tu dem anakuitisha pesa and you are like tumejuana tu sai, literally hata hatujuani, ushasikia dem anakuambia oh send me a lion is a gift on TikTok. Okay, so that equals money, na hiyo ni kitu kama I don't know how much is it, but ni kama 20,000 na uko juu. So you can imagine the audacity, mmepatana na mtu live already ashakwambia wewe usinitumie lion, and I know maybe it could come out as a joke or nini, but what I'm saying deep down, if you were to search their heart, they are very serious. Na deep down ame cross her fingers anasema aki huyu mwanaume siafikiria tu anitumie. So the other thing I think men think that girls want ni the fact that probably you guys want makeup, mnatakanga too expensive hair and expensive makeup every time. So for us we think that maybe hizo ndio vitu nyinyi mnaonanga kama ni priority, but you see a man functions differently ama thinks differently, because sasa ukianza kuambia mwanaume story ya makeup na story ya expensive hair, for him maybe he's thinking about where he's gonna invest his money. Yeye anafikiria kwenye atapeleka do yake probably imlete profits ama afungue like another separate business from what they are doing. Lakini sasa for most girls you find that for them it's more about the short term gain that wanaweza pata out of mwanaume. So men view ladies sometimes as you probably unataka msemo mwenye atakuwa na kubaia wigs, expensive hair, expensive makeup, and you see guys are not really ready to commit to that commitment of sasa yeye ndiye atakuwa na kuprovide hizo vitu. And that's why you'll find most men wata end up kukuwa single, anasema mimi hata heri nikuwe single, because they don't want to spend too much on somebody, and maybe you guys won't even end up too far. Okay, the other thing also ni men think that probably ladies want to dictate intimacy all the time. Yani unatakanga kuwa ukisema ati leo ndo tutapiga mechi and then tutapiga mechi tena after a month, and sometimes when a man gets to that point, I got to that point where una realize, by the way, kwani mademo wanataka kucontrol how many times you get to see them, ama wanataka kucontrol how many times you guys will have intimacy. So as a man, when you open your eyes and realize so dem anataka kucontrol ni mara ngapi utamuona, ni mara ngapi mtakuwa na yeye, and anytime you feel that sense of it's almost like this girl is trying to control you, sometimes you just give up, uko like mimi hata sitaki stress. Wewe ukijisikia unataka kuniona nione, unaona, ukijisikia unataka kuniona panga basi tupatane, because you find even most of the times it's always guys planning to see the lady. It's almost never the lady saying nimekumiss manze sinikuone, nimekumiss manze sinikuja nikuone, ama sijui tupatane pahali. So you find most men wanaonangani kama ladies try to dictate the number of times utamuona, the number of times probably you guys will engage in intimacy. But anyway, it's different for different relationships, but that's what other men think. Okay, the other thing also could be the fact that probably wanaume wanaonanga wasichana wanataka kupelekwa date every other week. Unapata dem hata mkianza kuongea unasikia na kuambia me by then nataka every Sundays inakuwa like we just go out, every Sundays we just hang out, every Sundays we go to a new place. Una get, yeye anapiga hiyo hesabu, but hapigi hesabu wenyewe mwanaume atakuwa anatumia do in all those instances. Alright, so you find most men will think probably dem anataka kuingia relationship, ama the reason they want a man is because they want somebody mwenye atakuwa anampeleka dates every now and then, so every week, so maybe constantly ama regularly. And you see sometimes inaweza kosa kuwa sustainable, because at the end of the day haiwezi kuwa tu date ni the only thing that you do. Inaweza kuwa more of conversations, inaweza kuwa more of kujuana, kujengana, maybe even supporting each other to be able to push visions ama to push your own ambitions, but si ati kila time ati kila wiki we are only thinking about ati tutapelekana wapi date. Okay, and it's so crazy, especially kama wewe ni mwanaume wa sherehe ama wewe ni mwanaume wa kwenda party. You always find like ni kama dem, ukidate dem anatakanga kukupigia hesabu, anakuambia saa mlienda mkabai mizinga za pesa ngapi, like anataka kukupigia hesabu ya ulitumia do ngapi in that night. Alright, and anytime they realize unatumia pesa mingi kwa club and maybe with your friends, it's almost like anajaribu kuonesha how come sio pesa ungekuja tu utumie na mimi ama hata unitumie ama hata tuende date. So you see, it's almost like now ladies want to dictate your money. Anataka kudictate ati sasa juu tumeingia relationship, and this is what men think. Okay, ati juu sasa tumeingia relationship, yeye ndiye atakupangia hivi ndio unafaa kutumia pesa, you need to use this amount of money on me. Can you imagine the selfishness? Na maybe saa hizo unapata hata huo dem maybe ana make her own money in her own way, lakini it's always like they are always leaning towards the guy's money. The other thing also, and this has been influenced by what girls say over and over again, unapata wasichana wakisema ati his money is our money and my money is my money. That's the most selfish thing mimi nishaisikia. Actually, that's the most selfish statement any girl will ever say. You know why? Because that means wewe ushasema right from the start, right from even at a date before mwanze kudate already, ni kama ushatangaza msimamo by the way your guy will never taste your money, ama chali yako hata enjoy pesa yako. Okay, na kuenjoy pesa yako inamaanisha maybe unambuy shopping, unambuy two fruits, unambuy maybe chocolate, ka sweetie, ka lollipop. But you see, there are ladies who have already closed out their ears and they are like, mimi, my money is my money and his money is our money, which is a very selfish statement if you really think about it. So also on the other thing, what men think girls want, saa zingine tunaonanga ni kama you want us to be your punching bag. So anytime you are going through your stress, anytime uko na msee amekudisappoint na uko nje, ama you're just going through disappointment in life, we almost feel like you want to turn us into a punching bag. So mimi ndio I have to carry the baggage for you because either you are going through a bad day ama either, so sisi ndio tunapata the bad side of it. We get the bad side of it. Na maanisha nini? Like tuseme umeenda umepata ma disappointment, umekuwa na stress, now you want to come and take it out on me just because you haven't dealt either with your trauma, hauja deal bado with your toxicity. So you find there are ladies who want to transfer that energy to the guy, and it's almost like sasa anataka kukudampia all that stuff. And that's why you'll find most men wako like mi wacha nikae single because sitaki kudampiwa hizo vitu zote. I don't want a lady mwenye every time they are always telling me, and it's almost like una project. Exactly, it's almost like you are projecting everything that you feel that is inadequate with you, unajaribu kuiproject on my life. And so most guys don't want that, and that's sometimes tunaangalia it's like men, it's like that's what girls want. Okay, and that's what it's like, even ndo msena ataka. Okay, I've had a lady come on my comment section and say ati unajua nyinyi ndio mnafaa kubeba emotions zetu, mnafaa ku deal with our moods. Why would I want to deal with your moods? At the end of the day, mimi niko na life yangu, niko na zile vitu zenye zinanipe pressure kwa life yangu. Why am I now carrying my own pressure? And then sasa wewe unataka mtu tena akubebe pressure yako, I don't know kama ni insensitive, but seriously, you have to deal with your own things even as I deal with my own things as a man. Because if you expect that of me, then I may fall short. Like neza kuwa na shortcomings when it comes to that, because at the end of the day, how can one person deal na stress ya watu wawili? Yani mwanaume ana deal na stress yake na deal na stress ya dem. It's not possible. Okay, and any man who will lie to you that anaweza kubebea hiyo stress, probably kuna venye hata yeye hajui limit ya hiyo kitu ni, ama yeye mwenyewe hajui limit yake. So that's where you think about what's the tolerance capacity yenye mwanaume yako nayo. What's the capacity I have for me to carry your stresses and your baggage and everything that you are coming with. Niko na tolerance capacity gani so that niweze kuhandle hizo vitu zote. So you see, that's a problem. And then nikimalizia, you find that most ladies, sometimes it's almost like they want too much attention, especially mademo wako na daddy issues. You find ni mademo wenye wanataka too much attention, and sometimes it's like they're always telling you, you don't give me attention, you don't give me attention. But you see, lazima uangalie capacity ya mwanaume uone, can this guy be able to give you the attention that you require? Okay, ako wili. Unajua si kila mwanaume mwenye ati sasa juu akona a girlfriend ama juu ako in a relationship ati sasa atashindanga na wewe ati every time ni malavidavi. Si kila mwanaume ako hivyo. So you need to understand which kind of a guy you are with. Okay, kuna mwanaume mwenye hata ikikamniwa kushow affection ama kushow love, it's very minimal. Na kuna mwanaume ule mwenye anataka kukupea gift kila siku. Okay, so you need to know the difference. So what most men think is that you girls probably unataka attention mob. So you find when a guy is maybe working on something ama probably working on himself, hataki mse mwenye atamuitisha too much attention. So they really don't want, and that's why you find most guys will go for situationship. Kwa nini? Because anajua there his attention is not needed that much. Okay, pale tu ni vibes na nini, ni vibes na inshallah, but like attention mob haiko needed. But you see most men think that girls probably wanataka too much attention, enye hata hatujuangi ni attention level gani yenye unataka.
Gachin Lion